My dear sisters and brothers in Christ, in today's Gospel reading, Jesus tells his disciples three small and elusive parables on the kingdom of heaven. First, Jesus tells, the kingdom of heaven is like a treasure buried in a field, and the person who finds it sells everything to buy this land. Second, it is like a merchant searching for fine pearls and selling everything else to buy it. Third, it is like a net thrown into the sea, catching all kinds of fish. In today's world, there are many ways for us to keep our treasures, especially with the modern banking system. But for the person of ancient times, they must find some ingenious ways to hide their wealth from others. Some of those treasures, buried on earth, are forgotten in the course of time. Eventually, some people may accidentally find it, making them instantly wealthy. It is like winning the lottery unexpectedly. To buy such land for a high price, where the treasure is found, is not a loss, but a gain. Our Christian faith is like a large field where so many treasures are hidden. One such treasure is the liturgy we celebrate. We have inherited this treasure through our parents and grandparents, and then tried to transmit this to our children also. The greatest treasure we can find here is Jesus Christ, the Son of God. But in order to inherit this treasure, we may have to realize the value and then possess Him. Those who already found the extreme value of this treasure, we call them saints. They did not consider abandoning everything else as a loss to inherit Jesus. Paulo Coelho, the famous Brazilian author, in his best-selling book, The Alchemist, talks about the story of a shepherd boy, Santiago, who is in search of a great treasure in Egypt. While sleeping near a sycamore tree in the sacristy of an abandoned church in his village, Santiago dreamed that he will find a hidden treasure if he travels to the Egyptian pyramids. An old woman tells Santiago that this dream is prophetic and that he must follow its instructions. After several ordeals, he reaches the Egyptian pyramids and begins to dig. He finds nothing buried in the ground. There, some thieves beat Santiago and rob him of his money. When he tells them his story, one of them responds to Santiago that he also had a similar dream of finding the treasure where Santiago started his journey. So he returns to the church where he dreamed of the treasure. Santiago digs where he slept, beneath a sycamore tree, and there it is, his treasure. The novel, The Alchemist, ends with where it began. Santiago's treasure was with him under his nose, but he had to travel a long distance to find it. My dear sisters and brothers in Christ, today we seek our treasure everywhere, without knowing that the real treasure is our own life, family relationship, and the church community. Many of us are not sure about this treasure or are unwilling to give up many other things to own these. God is the actual owner of everything, and the one who has God also has everything needed for life. Jesus is the greatest treasure for us, as He gave His own life for us to have life in abundance. Why are we still searching for happiness and the joys of life elsewhere? Why are we still not holding Jesus close to our hearts?